Hello guys, welcome to this live stream flying a Stuka. Gonna fly the Stuka, definitely gonna fly the Stuka, and I'm carrying a 1,000 kilogram bomb. There's some defensive positions like trenches and such, and there's a train just north of here. Gonna try and hit him on tactical air war. This is a very temperamental server from my point of view, so it has a reputation in my empirical experience of kicking me out just when I'm at the point of I've flown for half an hour and I've gotten to my destination and everything's going well, and then the map session ends or something goes wrong. So not only is it the perils of live streaming, but also tactical air war, which is where the action is right now. There's like 50 people on this server. Nonetheless, for me, I've had hit and miss results with it. Anyways, let's go and destroy a train or a defensive position or something. We are here. There's 17 players here. Gonna go north up to here. Got a train and got this and this. River, more river, town here, and the train is on a town there that looks like that. Lowered flat. We're at about lift-off speed now anyways. Okay, I'm lifting the flap. We're at 200 k's an hour. Hey Frag, welcome. Flying a Stuka, carrying a 1,000 kilogram cookie. Gonna drop it on a train or some defensive positions just north of here. This is tactical air war. Tactical air war, as I was just saying, it's a bit hit and miss for me. I'm still getting familiar with the ins and outs of this particular server. Every server is different. So this is kind of like a training session for me, but I'm trying to be operationally successful as well. Alright, now my power and propeller are in continuous mode. The lights are off. Almost going north. So taken off from here, there's 17 players here right now that have taken off from this airfield. They must all be going north to this area here, so I should have plenty of support. Can expect enemies coming down from here to attack these tanks and to attack that factory. Alright, I can see, I'm going to have to keep an eye on the push to talk button. Last night it failed me halfway through the stream. I was, just for the record, I was narrating the entire stream last night, and I was answering people's questions and things like that and responding to people's comments. However, I don't know, for the last 45 minutes or so of last night's stream, there's radio silence from myself. That's because the push to talk button had unselected itself in NVIDIA, which it's done before. It's the second time it's done that. Anyways, so I'm going to try and, as many things with streaming, it's an art form as well as a science. I'm going to try and add to my repertoire of checklists or whatever to keep on checking that when I'm pressing the push to talk button that it's actually working. But man, there's so many things to remember. That's just another one to add to the list. Shouldn't have to do that. Once you select push to talk, it should just stay that way. I don't know, maybe after an NVIDIA update or something it reverts back to the off position. It's never reverted to... Oh no, it has. One time it reverted to always on, which I only use for Forza Horizon 4, because otherwise push to talk conflicts with the Logitech G25 racing wheel. There's a lot to live streaming, let me put it that way. What have we got there? So okay, we've got a river, ridge, going about north. So I took off from here, river and bridge. Is it this? Is it this? One thing I have to really keep an eye on my navigation. I think I'm here. Sounds about right. The distance is correct for the time I've been flying. So if I keep on going, that means what? I should have that on my right hand side. I think I'm looking at that right there, in which case there should be another town right there. Which there's nothing conclusive. Yeah, there it is, off in the distance. Right, so I've flown past this and I've seen that in the distance and I'm much closer to that. I must be about here. I should keep going until I hit this river and then turn, follow the river, and then there's a big town there. Then there's a train track out of town and there's a defensive fortification which I'll hit. Right, so here's that big river. I'm going to hit the river, I'm going to turn left, fly, I can see the town, and then there's a train track going out of that town north, and then on that train track is a defensive fortification, which is there. About to hit the river, going to turn left, go up the river, I can already see that town. And then just go north of the town along the train track on the left hand side of the train track, and next to the runway there's a curved river that ends. There's that, and then there's that. So it's near the runway, just north of the town. Something happening there. Temperatures are okay. Just to recap, we took off from here, flew basically north. We're about to hit this river. In fact, we just crossed it, so I better follow it. Find on this map, for whatever reason, I tend to fly along faster than I think. I'm not at all familiar with this terrain, so that's part of it. But I expect the distances to be longer, and then I find I've flown further than I thought I would. So I'm just going to drop the bomb and then escape. Should really, if I'm textbook, I should be going in at 15,000 feet diving and then going away at high speed, like flying away at 600 kilometers an hour in a dive. But I ain't going to do that because, I don't know. There's too many unknown variables. I wasn't even sure that Tactical Air War was going to let me fly until I'd actually been having my engine starting up for about 2 or 3 minutes, and then I figured, yep, it's not going to boot me this time. So it's that haphazard. Alright, there's the town. We're at the town, on the other side of the river, cross the river, go north. Just on the snaky part of the river, right there, there it is. There it is. Going to be full of flak as well. Good result. Got hit though. Time to get out of here. Hit in the right wing. So we were going north to get here, now we'll go south to get out of here. Maybe a little bit to the left of south. $150, I think. And stay low. The wing is not too happy. The plane is listing to the right sometimes. Temperatures are okay. What is that? I think it's a fuel leak. I don't think it's coolant or anything. I think it's a fuel leak. I'm only carrying 30% fuel to begin with. I wonder if I'll run out of fuel. I don't think so, because the other wing's full of fuel as well. Fuselage should have some fuel in it. Should be all good. That was a very effective attack. Looks like no one had hit that strong point yet. I didn't destroy the whole thing with that 1,000 kilogram, but I destroyed probably 1/3 of it, I would say. This might be my first successful mission sortie on tactical air war, if I can RTB and land safely. And if I can do that, then I'll get extra XP or extra points or whatever, and then my aircraft hangar will probably grow. So we were here, I attacked here, now we're heading that south, heading at, which is 180, heading to, where am I headed? Headed to here, and that's got to be around 150, I reckon, from 180, maybe less, 140 maybe. Don't want to get lost on the way back either. What is the direction there? I'd say 140. I'm going to adjust my track a bit. It's pretty difficult to navigate at treetop level. Soon enough I'll have to climb a bit so I can see what's what. Obviously we've got a town over there. Breathing system, pressure 50 atmospheres. So the oxygen bottles have run out of air. No big deal, we're not at altitude. But it indicates that the oxygen bottles have been hit. Usually they're stored in the back of the fuselage, according to schematic diagrams in my aircraft books. So we attacked here, gotten out of there. What can I see around me? There's a town there. There's a town there. I have to really see what's around me. Obviously there's a town there. I think I recognise that town. Which one was it? I don't know. Let's climb a bit. I got a couple of red lights on there. I don't know what they mean. Temperatures are okay, that's good. Fuel seems to be on empty. That's not good. That's our biggest risk factor right now, is the fuel. I can see a river. See more river up here. River, river, river. Got to get back to about 140, 150. I can see a junction of a river there. 10 minutes of fuel less. Probably much less because I'm leaking. Looking for a river junction. I can see a river junction there. That could be it. I can see one there. Have I flown past the airfield already? It's highly likely that I'm almost going to fly past the airfield if I'm not careful. River junction with two bridges on it. It can't be this one because there's not two bridges. I think it's this one, but there's not two bridges. Yeah, 1, 2. There's two bridges there. That's got to be it. That's got to be it. Where the heck is it? There it is there. 1 and 2. Let's see. I don't know, it's a bit hit and miss. There's bridges everywhere. River junctions and bridges may not be enough to go on. Uh-oh, engine's out. Kraftstoff. I've probably just flown right past the airfield. What do we got there? A town on a river? I asked that 109 lead me to the airfield. I hope he realises that I've got no fuel. Probably ambitious. I'll just try and follow him. Through it, I have to emergency land. I think that's it there. Is it? No. Put some flaps down. Assuming this is in friendly territory. The fuel leaking out of there. I have to study this map. Get familiar with it. Hey, that is another junction with two bridges. And it's right, look at the front line. The front line is very funny, how it goes like that. It's quite possible I crashed in enemy territory because the front line is it's not linear, it's not clear cut. Hopefully I flew back here and either crashed in here or flew and crashed here. We'll find out in just a minute, I think. Lower flaps and hope for the best, yeah. I survived, but if I got captured, that means nothing. I get a 20-hour ban. Well, not a ban, but like excluded from the server for 20 hours. Let's see. Forced landing, 24 points, 4 vehicles, 1 heavy weapon. Forced landing. I got some points. I think that's good. Alright, don't think I got captured. That's pretty good. I think I'll just rinse and repeat. I'll go back and repeat that same thing. So this is what I've got here. 1,000 kilogram bomb, Stuka. And sirens. 30% fuel. I might go 40% fuel this time. That might make the difference. 2,000 rounds of MG facing forward in the wings, and they're set to 400 meters. One there and one there. Plus the gunner has two MG 81s. 3 second delay on the bomb. I might make that 2 second. I don't think it needs 3. And as soon as it explodes, it stops the AAA shooting at me, so I've got to get it to detonate as soon as possible. Let's rock and roll. Hopefully there's no nasty surprises, as in hopefully it doesn't kick me out or something, as in the server. Oh no, it's saying up. See that message? You may not use the 87, change it or you will be kicked. Was that you in the bomber shot up by the I-16? Ah! Damn it! Oh, that's so annoying. That's so annoying. I was just about to answer that guy's question, and then kicked. Man, I think I might have another 20-hour hiatus from tactical air war. That's what it sounds like. It's either that or I've run out of Ju-87s. I'm going to end this stream, and I'm going to be back potentially. If I actually let me just pause this stream, and I'm going to check out my stats page and see what it says. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes, guys. You're using a specific plane variant the server doesn't allow, I guess. I think you get, it's either one of two things from what I understand with my fledgling knowledge of this server so far. It's either that I've run out, you get a certain amount of each plane, and either I've used up all my Stukas for the time being, my allocation, so I have to choose a different plane, or it's that I've got a 20-hour ban, basically. It's not a ban, but it's like a 20-hour hiatus where you're not allowed to be in the server for 20 hours because you've been killed or captured. So I don't think I was captured, definitely wasn't killed. So I think it's probably, maybe I should just try another. I'm gonna pause it for 2 minutes, and I'll be back. I'll check my stats. Stay tuned. Alright guys, I'm back. And I've got an error now with the mouse. I've got 2 mice. I only want 1 mouse pointer, but I've got 2. Anyways, let's just ignore that. So basically, I had a look at my stats, and it's all good, I think. Just I've run out of Stukas. still use the Mackie MC202, I can still use the Bf109E-7, and I can still use the Bf110. I reckon I've got 2 E7s, I can't remember how many Mackies I've got, and I reckon I've got 1 Bf110. Let's test that hypothesis right now. Alright, so same deal, taking off from here. As I was saying, same deal, taking off from down here. Can't use a Stuka, obviously. I can use a Bf110, that might be the best bet. I didn't try the 87, or the 88. I'll just take an E7, I can still carry a 250 kilogram bomb. Where's the Wasp? Bzz, bzz. Could go for some additional armor and things like that, but I'm not gonna. Right, so I've got 120 20mm cannon, I've got 2000 8mm MG, and I've got a 250 kilogram bomb. Full fuel. Gun's gonna converge at, which mouse am I using? Gun's gonna converge at 150. This is a good turn fighter. I'm setting the bomb to 2 seconds. I think we're ready to go. Hopefully I don't get kicked. The server numbers are imbalanced, 22 versus 14. That's another factor that it might try and kick me for, if it thinks that there's too many people on the Axis side. Let's see. On this plane, on this server, everything is automatic except for the 2 radiators. So far so good. I'm not sure if the new rearming feature is incorporated yet into these servers. Apparently somewhere you can taxi your aircraft to a rearm, refuel, repair section of the airfield, and by being present there it can fix your plane and stuff. I don't know. Never used it before, it's not clear if or where it is. Interesting idea though. Alright, so we are here. Sorry for the 2 mice. We're here at Zaluji. We're going to go about almost north, about 350, 340, back to here, and just hit that same place and then return. The emphasis being on returning. My colleague's just taken off. I better do the same. Gear up, lights off. Going to try and get a bit more altitude this time and go in at a really fast dive so that AAA has less time to respond and will be less accurate in tracking the aircraft. And I've got to remember to keep checking the push to talk button. Yes, it's working. And I've got to remember to navigate on the way there and navigate on the way back. Getting lost is really dangerous because if you crash land behind enemy lines, or if you fly to an airfield and you think it's yours but it starts shooting at you, it could be deadly. And then you get that blasted 20-hour hiatus ban from the server for getting captured or killed. Does the airfield look like? That's a good question, isn't it? There it is there, on a river or two. Did I turn my lights off? Yes. So it's pretty subtle. It's got some hangars. It's on a huge river though. It's on a massive river. So it's got that river that leads into it from the north. So if I can find that river on the return, that'll be good. Taken off with full fuel. Might just put it into auto level and have a look at the map. See where this big river feature leads to. Does it finish there? Looks like it might. So I've taken off here and I've actually got two river features, one here that ends. I was looking at that one and there's another one there that ends. So there's that one there that just ends, that's ending under the wing. And there's one over here that just ends. Is that it? There's so many bloody rivers. Yeah, there it is there, that's where it ends. And then there's this thing here. So there's the termination of that one right there. Hard to see. Want to be heading about 340, I think. Alright, so what have we got? It's going to be hard to find this airfield again. It really is. The next big feature north is just this huge river and that town, that kind of L-shaped town. If you think of it this way, if you fly out of the target area on the way back, kind of east along the river, and then you go, I don't know, you get there somewhere where that town is, and then you just go south and over nothingness until you get to another huge river, then you know you're halfway there. And then from there you can try and pick up one of these rivers that terminate, either this one or this one, and follow it into the airfield. And there's also some towns. There's also a huge river here that you could pick up. That might be the way to do it. Bit of a long way to go though. Depends on your fuel situation, I guess. So speaking of huge rivers, what do we got here? Be this one. Yeah, it is, because I can see how it's thicker in the distance and thinner here, and it has a terminating point going north. Thicker in the distance. Where's the terminating point? There's one there, but that can't be it, can it? That must be it, because I was going 330, 340. I've travelled quite far already. Terminating point there, I'm on the left of it. I'm still flying over the western side of this river, so I must be about here. I wonder if I can see my tanks, and there's a town there going 340. Town on the other side of the river, and there's this. There's a town. I'm looking at that. So I've gone, if that's the case, then I've gone way past the tanks. And I'm almost at my destination at the end of this tip. Time to start climbing a bit more. Yeah, I consistently fly further than I think. It's a strange thing on this map. Once I get to the tip of this river, then the town should be in sight, and there is the town, and I can probably see the fortification. Or maybe that's the airfield that I'm looking at. I can probably see one of the roads or the train tracks leading out of the town. There's the second major river system there, going out there. So I can actually see both river systems, 1 and 2, in the same scan of the sky. They're not too far apart at all. Here's where this river system terminates, and that tells me that I'm almost at my destination. I've got to keep climbing. I might announce it on the radio soon. So I'm right there, and I'm headed for that. At least that lets everyone know what's happening in this area. What's my altitude? Pretty low. $1,700, I think. This will have to do it. It's right on the river near the airfield. There it is. I still want to keep climbing as I get closer. Really need to get high so I can get my speed up. Pick a target. What am I carrying? I'm carrying a 250. Probably time to almost start diving now. Gonna have to duck and weave a bit too. This thing pulls out pretty well. What side to hit? Probably just here, I think. That was a pretty decent hit. Okay, time to RTB. Alright, so there's a river and a town. I'll get to the river. I don't think I'll bother following the river south. Once I'm away from the AAA, I'll start climbing a bit. I'll find the first river system, and then I'll keep heading south, find the second one, and then go from there. There's the town, I think. Gonna start climbing now. So, where's the town that I'm leaving? There, alright, there it is there, confirmed. And of course the first river system, I'll head straight south from there. But the town is there, the first river system is there. Where's the second river system? I think I can just see it in the distance. Kind of at the messy end of it though, going south from here. I should pick up this again, this river termination. Yep, there it is. Excellent. Good, good. This is much better than the first time in the Stuka. I actually know where I am at pretty much at all times. Get hit that time, temperatures are good, everything's good. Passing that town with the bridge that straddles the river. So I'm headed to here. I attacked here. I'm currently here at this town with the bridge and the two corners of the town on either side of the river. Head down here to the start of the second river system, and then probably follow it down a bit. Right, there's the start of it, and then I'll follow it down a bit. Alright, that is our second river system, or the first one, depending on how you want to look at it, whether you're departing or arriving at the airfield. First river, second river. Just crossing the second one now. I should fly along it until I get to this thing. Which I can see right there. I'll head to it. Hey, look at that, there's an airfield there. Let's see what that one is on the map. Gotta be that one. That could be good for an emergency landing because it's within our territory. I'm now heading to this feature here, and then from there I'll just head south and I'll find the home base runway. What am I heading to? I'm heading to this river that sticks out going north out of the main river. Once I get to that, then I turn south, and then I should be able to see my home airfield. Basically. Still going to keep my altitude pretty high so that I can see all the features for navigation purposes. Really hard to navigate on the deck. How's the temperature? It's all good. It does pay to keep hitting the same target over and over again rather than focusing on a different one each time, because you get familiar with the terrain and you keep wearing the target down, and as you wear it down it becomes less and less resistive. That first time hitting it with the Stuka was very deadly because it had a lot of AAA on it. Alright, so that there is the river feature that I'm talking about. It also has a bridge crossing it and a town further east. It's this one here, bridge on it and a town further east. From there I turn south and I'll find my runway. I'm pretty much there now, so I should turn. Can I see the runway from here? Got to go exactly 180 from here. Where is it? I can see one of those rivers that terminates on that side, and where's the other one? It's right there, I think. Maybe. That's maybe it. And that's one maybe there. And it'd be in between both of those. A good probably 2 minutes before I'm going to be able to see it, I think. Still keep my altitude high. Doesn't really matter, I took off with full fuel. I'm going to land. Technically I could keep flying and dogfight, but given the rules of this server that I'm burgeoningly, it's not a word, is it? My burgeoning understanding of this server's rules is that it makes sense to RTB, get some more bombs, go back to the same target, and because I've got a fighter, if I need to, I can fight. So that's kind of the mentality there. I recognise this. We've got this break and this seemingly this break in the river. They're two separate rivers though. That one terminates there and it goes down pretty much to my airfield over here, and I can see the airfield. Excellent. There's the airfield. $8K near Zaluji 109. I'm not at 8K. Some of that speed drop off. But we've got two fighter planes guarding this airfield pretty high up. Alright, success. Howdy Froggy, howdy Michael. That was a successful mission. Victories 2.5, successful landing 0 point. That's very strange. I mean, I dropped a bomb on the target and it says no victories. I was expecting that would say, yeah, I don't know, three ground targets or something. Not to worry. The irony is I thought it was a successful mission and then the results show otherwise. Oh, well, you didn't see it. That's okay, because you're about to see a repeat of the same mission. Let's have a quick look. We got full fuel. We got the wasp skin. Buzz, buzz. I'm a wasp. 150 meters convergence for the guns. MGFF 20mm, 120 rounds. 2,000 rounds of 8mm machine gun. One 250 kilogram bomb. I could also carry 4 50 kilogram bombs. I think the bigger is the better from my experience. Seems to have more splash damage and more effect, and you don't have to be as accurate and things like that. That's about it. 2 second delay on the bomb. Let's rock and roll. I have a feeling that the target now has no AAA left, which means that if there's no enemy fighters in the area, what I could do once I've dropped the bomb is I could circle back and I could strafe the target before I depart and unload most, if not all, of my MGFF into the target area. That might be useful, because I returned to base that time with the full amount of ammunition. I've got 2,000 MG17, and even if the cannon gets used up, there's only 120 cannon. I'll still have probably 500 to 1,000 MG17 left over. They're saying about contact over a town. I think they mean this town, but I think someone had just seen one of our guys over there, 2220. Plane in 2321.6. No kidding. That's pretty close. 2321.6. Damn, that's on the way. I'll have to be really careful about that. Same deal, going to take off, find the first river system, find the second one, keep going roughly north, around 350, 340. Gear up, lights off. I think I have 100% fuel. Yeah, I've got 100% fuel. Always good to take a greater amount of fuel than a lesser amount when you're flying a fighter plane, because they burn through fuel so quickly and they carry comparatively less fuel than the heavies. When I fly the Stuka, for example, though, I take 30% fuel unless it's a really long distance, whereas in this one 100%. Now I'm in continuous mode, going 340-ish. I have to really navigate, really important. I might just double back and check the airfield. There it is there, good. There's that terminating river there. Okay, I know where I am. That's the first river system there. I think I can see the second one off in the distance. Off from Zaluji. And I'm just opposite the tip of this terminating river system here. I'm probably around about here, ultimately heading here, so I'm around about here, and I'm looking for this first river system, and then I'll be looking for the second one. And I'll be looking for this thing over here, and there's another one here which I can go right into the target on that one. Also, there's an enemy right where I am almost. 2321.6 I think it was. 2322.9 I think it was. Alright. I can see this airfield here in the distance. Hey, my airfield's under attack. What the heck? What should I do about that? Enemy plane near depot, sector 2623. There's plenty of our guys at that area though, so I think I'll leave them to take care of that since I'm on this bombing mission. I've got an airfield right in front of me. I've got a river going north. So I've got this airfield right in front of me. I'm right here. Got the river going north. Then I've got the river terminates. Then I've got the town. Then I've got the target. So from here, because I'm almost at the airfield, I'm going to start climbing. I'll keep the airfield on my left-hand side so I can keep an eye on it for reference. Almost got lost there, but now I'm not lost anymore. Really, really easy to get lost. Even when you know where you are, if something doesn't look quite right, and then you go, aha, that's the wrong river that I was looking at over there. There's the airfield, this is the river that I was after. And now everything is correct. There's the town crossing the river, there's the town in the distance, there's the train line, and I can almost make out where the target's going to be. Again, got to get that altitude before I dive. Climbing at cruise mode, but got plenty of time, so that's okay. I don't know what good it is, but I think it's good to kind of state the basics of what I'm up to potentially, if nothing else, it lets the other guys know if they're hovering over an area and they see an aircraft and you've told them that you're going to be in that area, it immediately tells them, oh yeah, that's probably the 109E-7 that's coming from the south or what have you. There's my river there, terminating there. There's my town. Just gone 2,000 meters, so a little bit higher than last time, which is good. I might even get up to 3,000 before I commence my dive. And in that case, I could probably dive in the opposite direction, so I don't have to lose energy by turning around. It all depends if the flak wants to fire at me or not. But yeah, a tip for young players, when you're diving on a target, it's a good idea to dive in the direction that you're going to be exiting. Where is the target? I can see it. There it is, there. What's my altitude? 2,200. I want to get up to 3,000 and get onto the other side of the target and then dive. I think I have that luxury as long as I don't get intercepted on the way. That's the only thing. I think the target's run out of AAA, so probably no problems there. It still looks largely intact. I hope this bomb does some damage because the previous one seems not to have done anything. Oh, what? What? No way. No way. Victory Axis powers. This is the annoying thing about this server. It always does this. These are supposed to be matches that go for like 24 hours, and somehow whenever I'm on this map, on this server, the map ends while I'm in mid-flight, usually when I'm about to attack a target. I guess you call that Murphy's Law. How annoying is that? Took off, took extra care, got up to altitude, everything perfect, and then before attacking the target, about 1 minute from the attack, the whole thing cuts. So frustrating. Heavy weapon and 4 vehicles. 4 transport vehicles. 1 AAA gun. This double mouse pointer is really annoying me. You know what? I'm going to end the stream right now, and I'm going to be back in 5 minutes with a cup of tea for a new stream. it'll fix up the mouse pointer problem. So guys, thanks very much for joining me on this one. Hope to see you on the next one. I'll be back in call it 10 minutes. I'll be back in 10 minutes on the same server, ready to go again. Hope you can join me for that one. Like, share, subscribe. Bye for now.